Hey guys, welcome back to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. Um, I'm sure you guys, no matter what part of the game that you're at, what stage you're at as a player in this game, one of the biggest questions that you ask yourself is, what content should I try to tackle next? Whether you're just starting out and you're trying to decide whether you want to do Act 1 or Act 2, 100%, or just do a run through and maybe trying to focus on, normal difficulty in the side event, or if you're further on in the game, you think, should I start trying to tackle variants, or should I try to just concentrate on story quests, or whatever? It's a big question that you want to ask yourself. Well, one of the first things that I tried to tackle when I first started playing game, like 5 or 6 years ago, was I started trying to play Road to the Labyrinth. Now, Road to the Labyrinth was fun. One thing I liked about it was only like one energy per tile, so you could easily do it. Um, as a new player, if you don't have that much energy. Um, but now, along with some of these others, I mean, Realm of Legends, that was a massive milestone, when I did that the first time, when I finally had the characters to use to be able to go through Realm of Legends. And it was a lot of fun. Um, and I've even done one run through Labyrinth. And I did that probably a couple years ago. But now, if I was to restart a new account, would I bother with any of it? And the answer is probably not. Um, One thing I think is a massive problem with Kabam is when all the new content comes out, the rewards are set to that time, which is expected. So when Act 5 came out, the rewards for Act 5 were set to the time, the 5-star characters, so on, maybe some 6-star shards, for Act 6 and things like that. And then when you got into Act 6, there was very dribs and drabs of Tier 3 class catalysts, that sort of thing. But now you're Act 7, you get more chunks of class catalysts, etc. But when you go back and look at like Road to the Labyrinth, even as a brand new player, this is garbage for what you have to do. And as a new player, the difficulty of this, it's tough. There's no way someone that's just picking up, the game, going through Road to the Labyrinth is quite difficult. You're not going to be able to do it for, well, the normal player isn't going to be able to do this for a couple months, few months. It took me a good while to be able to go through Road to the Labyrinth. Um, and the rewards, I mean, you can get this better than this for, just doing maybe not normal, but the heroic monthly side quest. You're going to get better rewards than this for way less effort. Let me tell you, way less effort. And when you look at Realm of Legends, again, if you know what you're doing, you've got the right champs. It's not that difficult. But when you look at the rewards, I mean, the 3-4 stars absolutely suck. 3 Tier 4 basic, which is helpful. 1 Tier 1 alpha, 1,000 XP, and 10,000 gold. I mean, that is no help to anyone now. And even when you come back and you look at Labyrinth of Legends, which used to be the pinnacle of the game, the absolute pinnacle of the game, it takes so much time. I mean, whether you're a really good player and you can just cakewalk Labyrinth of Legends, or you're just a mediocre player like me. When I went through this, it took me like 3 or 4 hours for a run through. And it was decent rewards at the time, a couple of years ago. 5-star shards were helpful. The Tier 2 alpha was very helpful. The Awakening Gem was really helpful. And even the T4 CC was quite helpful. But now, the T4 CC, everyone needs more T4 CC, but you can get T4 CC. The 5-star Awakening Gems, I don't know about you, but I'm sitting on generics that I've got from events. The tier 2 alpha, that's cheap as I don't know what in the glory store, and the 5-star shards, that's coming thick and fast now. So, you know, is it worth? I'm not going to say it's not. It's worthless, because it's not. It's some good stuff, but is it worth your time? The exploration rewards, I would say, is definitely not worth. At least not worth my time. I'm a Thronebreaker player. I'm not going to go back and do this. The 5-star Ultron, he's not very good. It would be a cool trophy champion, but other than that, it's not really going to be that beneficial to you. 4.5 5-stars. I don't really need that many 5-stars, but that's decent. 8 tier 2 alpha would be helpful, but again, it's not game changing. 5-star awakening gem, like I said, I've got some 5-star sig stones. Again, you can get those just from the daily quest. Now, like the 22-hour events. And again, the tier 2 alpha, you can get, 10 a penny now. So what I'm trying to say is, especially with this one, not as much as the other two, is it worth your time? And it's just something that you'd have to look at on a person-to-person basis, really. I mean, personally, I would think most players, it would be good just to have a run-through, because it is quite fun. And I think it would probably benefit you to get used to doing the larger health pools in case you ever wanted to do the Abyss. I've not done the Abyss yet, but I can see how it would be extremely beneficial to do something like this to prepare for the Abyss, because you're starting to go into this ridiculously silly health pools. Not as bad as the Abyss, but way more than any other content in the game. These rewards would be helpful, and I would say if you can do it without using many, if any, units, maybe just some of your revives or potions that you got stashed, then I would say definitely do the run through on this. But when it comes back to these other two, I wouldn't even waste your time unless you just want to do it for the fun of it. Rewards wise, I would say they're definitely not worth it. They definitely need to be buffed massively, as do a lot of the other older content in the game, I think. I know previously Kabam has went back and revisited Act 1, Act 2, and I think Act 3, and they've upped those rewards, which is great, but they've not done like Act 5 or Act 6 rewards, especially for those of you that have had to run through Act 6 and you know the difficulty of Act 6 and the pain in the ass that is Act 6. I've done the run through only so I can get through that, get Thronebreaker, etc. And I've started doing a bit of 6.1, but I'm never going to 100% 6.4 because I hate the Grandmaster fight. I think it's an absolute pain in the ass. I'm not one of these people that pick that up very quickly. But even if I did, I don't think that I would want to waste my time and effort for the rewards, because it's tons and tons of paths like Act 6. And the rewards don't match anywhere near like Act 7. Since the game has moved on, since those previous bits of content have been released, the rewards have just gotten less and less and less worth it. So I think that's something they definitely need to look at, is buffing those rewards for previously released content. And that's what I just wanted to talk about with these bits here today. So if you want to do these things, these three, forget about Abyss for now. But if you want to do these three, I would say if you want to do it for fun, go for it. If you want to do it for the rewards, then forget about it. Anyway, guys, if you've got any other comments about this, if you think I'm completely wrong on this, put it in the comments and let me know. And I appreciate you guys watching today. And if you've liked it, hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you again. Thanks a lot. Take care.